Right, so here's a violin lesson on Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, Fourth Movement, Ode to Joy, the easy version. Anyhow, to do this we're going to need to remember a few things about the instrument. First, the names of the strings. The thickest string, G. The next string, D. The next string, A. And the thinnest string, E. How do you remember that? Out as an Australian, say hello. Good day. G, D, A, E. G, D, A, E. Great. So why is this tape on this instrument? Well, the tape is here to help you understand where to put your fingers. Eventually, we'd like to remove the tape as your ear improves. But right now, if I want to play a scale, it's really pretty easy. Now, let's start with just 3 pieces of tape. The one closest to the tuning pegs we're going to call 1. This is 2. This is 3. So, if I said 1, 2, 3, you would use your fingers 1, 2, 3. So I might play an open G. I'd play 1. I'd play 2. I'd play 3. I'd play an open string, D. I play 1. I play 2. I play 3. Look, it's a scale. Pretty straightforward. Now let's do it in the key of D. Why do they call it a D scale? They call it a D scale because it starts on D. So because it starts on D, G, D, second string, D, 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 open, 1, 2, 3. So if I write down on a piece of paper the letter D, open string. If I write down the letter A, open string. D, 1, 2, 3. A, 1, 2, 3. It turns out what you just played was D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. On a piano or on a piece of music, you'd notice that 2 notes have those little hashtag looking things next to them. Those are called sharps. On a piano, it would be 2 black notes. So the scale is D, E, then a black note, or a sharp, F sharp, G, A, B, then the 7th degree, C sharp, then D again. So the 3rd and 7th degrees are sharps. On this instrument, pretty easy because it's open, 1, 2, 3, open, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, open, 3, 2, 1, open. You want to do that over and over and over again until you get comfortable with it. So you're just going up and down the scale until the point where you don't have to think a lot about where your fingers are. Let's be serious. It's not a ukulele, but it's easier to figure out where to put your fingers in the beginning by just getting used to the fingerboard. So we're going to try the easy violin part of Beethoven's Ode to Joy using this method of playing pizzicato, but instead of playing up here, we're going to be playing it down here so you can see my fingers a little better. As you get comfortable, you're going to want to start moving up and starting to use the bow, but right now let's just get started with where do you put your fingers. Again, G, D, A, E, D, 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 1, 2, 3, A, 1, 2, 3, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. I'm going to start on the F sharp. It says 2 underneath it. So, as I do that, I'm going to go, okay, wait, first finger, second finger. Second finger. G, 3. A, 2 times. 3. And it says G, so I know it's the D string. I go down to F sharp on the D string. I go to 1. E, D, E, F sharp, E, E. So let's try that again. The fingering underneath your music says 2, 3, A, 3, 2, 1, D. So 2, 2, 3, A, open, open. Back to the D string, 3, 2, 1, D. So all of our notes except for A so far have been on the D string. So everything's happening on the D string right now, except for A. Eventually, at the end of the second line, we're going to jump down to a low A, which is going to be found down here on the G string, which is a 1 on the G string. Other than that, everything happens on the D string. So take a look at it. 2, 3, A, 3, 2, 1, open. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. 2, 3, A, 3, 2, 1, D. 1, 2, 1, D, D. And you can hear that my 1 is a little out of tune. Frankly, that's one of the reasons I'm a pianist. I'm certainly not a violin player. But as you're learning to play, if you check yourself, you start to put your fingers more accurately where they're supposed to be. So, as we go through this, I'm going to have the sheet music above where you can read it, and then a picture, a moving picture, if you will, of just my fingers playing this work. So let's try that now. And we're going to try it at a regular tempo. Now, if you want to slow it down, use the speed controls on YouTube to slow it down to about 3/4 tempo. When you have trouble, stop, drop back, take a minute, and go, wait, what was the problem? So for example, you're at the end of the second line, and you're like, wait, E, F sharp, G, F sharp, ooh, ba, 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 ooh, ba, ba, ba. You practice in little chunks. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So this is not an elephant, it's a piece of music, but it's a large piece of music, so to play it, you take a little time, you relax, and you find a way to do it one bite at a time. So, for example, the end of that second line. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, boom, ba, ba, boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, D, 1, 1. Do it over and over and over again until your fingers are comfortable. Then, slow down. Turn on your metronome. Did I say turn on your metronome? Turn on your metronome, for real. And then you pick up your bow. And you try it. All right. This will be a video of the melody being played.
C.